Why would the Mavericks trade a 25-year-old MVP candidate for Anthony Davis in one pick? Why didn't they shop Luka around and get the best possible deal? Why do this now instead of waiting for the summer? Even Tristan Thompson said it. This trade has to have a deeper story behind it. Here's the full breakdown. Lakers get Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris. Mavericks get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, Lakers first-round pick, Jazz, third team, Jalen Hood-Schifino, 2 second-round picks. This isn't just shocking. It's unbelievable. Something big is going on behind the scenes. Before we dive into why this happened, let's talk about what it means. Luka is now teaming up with his idol, LeBron James, in LA. And just like that, the Lakers' title odds explode, jumping from plus 5,000 to plus 950 to win the West. They've leapfrogged the Mavericks, Rockets, Clippers, and Grizzlies, now trailing only Denver and OKC. This trade just changed everything. LeBron had no clue this was happening. Reports say he was out to dinner with his family after beating the Knicks in New York when the news broke. Meanwhile, the Suns and Blazers were playing, and a fan yelled at Devin Booker about the trade. Book's reaction? "You mean Luka Garza?" He literally thought the fan had it wrong. Even Shams Charania had to tweet, "This is 100% real," as if to say, "No, my account wasn't hacked." That's how shocking this was. The only time a player this talented was traded this young was Anthony Davis in 2019. But that was because he demanded a trade. Luka? He never asked out. Multiple reports say he actually wanted to stay in Dallas. He was eligible for a Supermax extension this summer. Did the Mavericks seriously believe he wouldn't sign it? Why would they do this now? This has never happened before. So what's the real reason? According to ESPN, Mavericks GM Nico Harrison was the one who made the call. He reached out to Lakers GM Rob Pelinka. The two had known each other for years through the Kobe Bryant. So Nico trusted Pelinka to keep things quiet. But why was Dallas so eager to move Luka? It all came down to his conditioning. Team sources say there was growing frustration with Luka's lack of discipline when it came to his diet and fitness, which they believed was a major reason for his recurring injuries. And instead of waiting for things to get worse, they pulled the trigger now. We've all seen it. Luka looks out of shape, plays lazy defense, and constantly complains to the refs. Remember when the Mavs clinched the NBA Finals last year? Luka was celebrating with a beer in hand, and Nico Harrison snatched it away. Look at Luka's face. We all thought it was hilarious. Or how about when Brian Windhorst completely went off on Luka after the Mavs fell down 3-0 in the finals?
His performance is unacceptable. He is a hole on the court. His performance in this game is unacceptable, and the reason why the Mavericks are not going to win. He's got to get over this. And the fact that he came out after the game and blamed the officials showed me he's nowhere close yet.
Fans ripped Windhorst for calling out Luka, but you know who didn't? The Dallas Mavericks. Because they agreed with him. They believe Luka's conditioning is the root of his injuries. Look at him as a rookie, listed at 230 pounds. Now, ESPN says he's around 270 pounds. That's a 40-pound difference. And let's be real, it's not muscle. Luka has played just 22 games this season due to a calf strain. And when it happened near Christmas, the Mavs didn't say, "Man, what bad luck." Their reaction? "This is your fault. You wouldn't be injured if you were in shape." The Mavericks are doing something we've never seen before. They're saying, "We don't want to be the Pelicans with Zion. We don't want to be the Clippers with Kawhi. We're not going to be held hostage by an inconsistent superstar." Instead of being stuck in years of frustration, they cut ties now. And honestly, I bet life behind the scenes has been miserable for people working in the organization. Despite all the success, they probably thought, let's just move on. They're betting that Luka won't be the next great player. No MVPs, no championships. Instead, they think he's the next Zion. But there's still one big question. Why Anthony Davis? He's 32 years old, injury-prone. They could have gotten way more, right? Zach Lowe says that as soon as the trade went down, a GM immediately texted him, "What a terrible deal." Think about it. The Mavericks could have gotten 10 first-round picks or nearly any superstar in the league, except for guys like Victor Wembanyama, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or Nikola Jokic. Even the Warriors might have considered trading Steph Curry for Luka. Maybe they wouldn't have pulled the trigger for sentimental reasons, but they'd at least think about it. So why didn't Dallas wait until the summer to open up trade talks and get the best package? Because they want to win now. They don't care about stacking draft picks. They want to compete this season. Waiting until the summer would have torched their playoff chances this year. I think Nico Harrison's mindset was, if we open this up, we'll have our pick of almost any superstar, but the guy we want more than anyone, Anthony Davis. So let's just get it done now. Right move? Maybe not, but that's how they saw it. Nico told ESPN, "I believe defense wins championships. Getting an all-defensive center and an all-NBA player with a defensive mindset gives us a better chance. We're built to win now and in the future." And it's not just AD, they also got Max Christie, who has quietly turned into a legit 3-and-D player. Now they can finally play a true center next to AD with Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively when he's healthy. Meanwhile, Kyrie takes full control at point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie backs him up, and they've still got shooters. Dallas isn't looking to rebuild. They're all in. Unless the Mavericks win a championship this year, this could go down as one of the dumbest trades in NBA history. Luka might be a headache, but let's not get it twisted. His talent is generational. His career scoring average, number 3 all-time. Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, Luka Doncic. Only 3 players in NBA history have averaged 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists for their career. But it's also a huge slap in the face to Luka. He's now the first player ever to be dealt like this, without demanding a trade, and he's losing out on $116 million by not being able to sign the Supermax in Dallas. He can make that up later in his career, but still. So the real question is, will this be a wake-up call? Maybe playing alongside his idol LeBron James, a guy with legendary discipline, will finally push Luka to change. And here's the crazy part. I'm actually shocked that the Lakers have better odds than the Mavs after this trade. Why? Luka's injured. Dallas has a more balanced roster right now. AD and Kyrie, that's a natural fit. At the end of the day, this is the most shocking trade of all time. We're going to learn a lot more about why it happened. But if Luka didn't demand a trade and doesn't have a secret injury, then the only explanation is that Dallas truly believes he's the next Zion Williamson.